Hi guys, it's Heather with Heather Feathering, and I am currently re-recording my post-op month 8 video. I recorded it probably about a week ago and just didn't like it, didn't want to upload it, and haven't had much other time. So let's go into my little spiel. I had a lap band and gallbladder removal and revision to duodenal switch on November 9th, 2016. So this video is for month 8, which is week 34 and 35, because 35 was last week, 34 was the week before, and 8 months was right in the middle. So I was 8 months on July 9th, 2017. Today is July 17th, 2017. It's been busy, and I had a birthday in there, so I am 43 years old and still 5'6" my high weight for this whole thing was 304 pounds. My weight on the day of surgery after a 1-week pre-op liquid diet was 283.2 pounds. My weight the last time I came at you guys was 186.2 pounds. My weight on week 34 was 185 pounds, which is a 1.2 pound loss for the week. And my weight for week 35 was 183.8 pounds, another 1.2 pound loss for the week. So total since surgery was 99.4 pounds, not quite 100, almost, maybe this week. And for the whole thing, 120.2 pounds. It's great. I am no longer obese. So I hit that on week 34, and then my weight sort of went up, down that week. But for somehow on week 35, the day that I weighed in for that, it was down 1.2 pounds, even though I was not expecting that. So I was kind of expecting to put up my first gain that week, but I didn't. So I have yet to have a week where I gained, but I have had a 0-some week. Not bad. So at 8 months out, where am I? How am I doing? What am I doing? Let's see. So I am a little less than 10 pounds from my first goal weight. Like, my original goal weight was 175, and sort of get there and see where I am. And I am thinking I won't be happy with that, partially because of skin. Some of it's not all skin. I mean, it's really loose, and it's fat connected to the skin, but I'm not going to get rid of all of it myself, I'm pretty sure. But I still think that I have some weight that I can lose. We'll see how things go as I lose the next 10 pounds. My doctor thinks that I will get to about 160, 165 by myself, and we'll see. But I do have a lot of skin. And I was going to show you, so I have a lot here in my arms, a lot of flab skin, hangy bits. I have a lot on my stomach, which I'm not going to show you entirely, but I was going to show you, so this, there you go, that is, well, it's got some, my pants were over it, but so from here up, let's see, there we go, from here to here was my biggest incision, because that's where my port was, and it's got a little bit of a sort of pinch in right there, but you can see that the incision itself is pretty well healed. I've got one here, one there, one there, one there, yeah, so sort of all around, but they're healed up nicely. This one is really nice. I healed pretty well, actually, for those kind of things. My C-section scar is sort of just a thin white line right now. I have two C-section scars, and they're both just sort of a thin white line, but they're sort of under my stomach, under the hangy bit, the apron. And yeah, there's still a lot in there. I have a lot of skin on my thighs. I'm probably not getting rid of all of that all by myself. So I am planning on having plastic surgery. I don't know when. I guess I'll discuss it with my doctor and start, trying to see plastic surgeons around here, maybe at about a year out. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, my BMI is no longer obese. I'm only overweight. I think my BMI now is 29.7 maybe. Oh, look, I achieved my activity goal today. I just was doing couch to 5K. That's why I'm in here. I haven't been very consistent with exercise. I'm trying. Work's been tough, so I haven't really been able to do yoga at work. They do yoga at work on Tuesdays around lunchtime, but I've either been not at work or not feeling well or really busy at work, and so that's been something I couldn't do. And then last week I was just really tired, and it was also my period, so yeah. So I was really tired and just needed the rest. So I ended up not actually exercising at all last week. Trying to get back on track with that. So still, I don't have consistent exercise. I try. But for me, sleep has to come first. I get super tired, and if I don't rest, I can't think straight the next day. So I really try to prioritize sleep and getting all the stuff done that I need to do for my family. Dinner and cleaning up and laundry and all that stuff. Let's see. So size-wise, I am pretty much, let's say, a 16 kind of on top, an extra large. Even in women's sizes, extra large fits like at Old Navy and Target and places like that. Mostly extra large fits fine. Even at Walmart. I've been trying to get cheap clothes, so I've done some Target and some Walmart and some Old Navy and some thrift stores, some Ross, whatever I can find. And I've gotten some things recently from BJ's now that I was sort of sure what size I was in. I got a pair of shorts and a pair of jeans in a size 14. At work, it's super cold. So even though it's super hot outside, if I go into work in like summer clothes, I am freezing. So, but the good thing is I don't immediately sweat to death as soon as I leave, since I've lost a bunch of weight. Even though it's hot outside and I'm wearing clothes that are better suited to the cooler inside temperatures, it's not so bad, honestly. As long as I'm not outside for a super long time, it's fine. Which I have noticed this summer, I'm not sweating nearly as much as I would have last summer. We'll see what happens when we go to the beach, which is coming up in a couple weeks, finally. So my eating is relatively just the same old. I keep food at work and eat there whenever I can. I try to eat low carb. I try to stay under 50. I probably am not under 50 most days, mostly due to half and half in coffee and yogurt and nuts. Those are where I get most of my carbs. Although I do eat some chocolate. I do. I really do. Trader Joe's has dark chocolate with hazelnuts in it, and that's the thing I love lately, so I'll take a square of that and eat it when I want chocolate, which, given that I was on my period recently, I wanted all the chocolate. Give me all the chocolate. So my eating is relatively the same. I do, when there's something that I want that's carby, like at work, I will eat a bite where I wouldn't have allowed myself to do that before. I know now that I can eat a bite and not eat anymore. I don't know if that will last, but for right now, that's good. I still have a very sensitive palate for sugar, So a lot of things are just too sweet. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm glad that I can eat a bite if I want to taste something. Hair is thin, but you can kind of see I have some itty bitty baby hairs coming in around the edges, so it's still falling out some. Probably not as much as it was, but it still comes out some. I cannot, as I know some people just don't wash their hair very much. I can't get away with that. When I wake up, my hair is all over the place. I mean, whether it's short or long, it's all smushed up and all over the place, and I can't get away with not washing my hair every day. So I still wash my hair every day, blow dry it. I try not to put too much product in it if I can help it, but right now it really needs a cut, so I've been trying to do more stuff to it just to make it look okay until I can actually go over and get a cut. Some questions last week that somebody was asking me, I think it was Hasta Cielo y Mas, about my feet, like whether those have shrunk, and I've always had like a size 10 foot. I haven't really noticed any shrinkage lengthwise. I still, fit in size 10s, but definitely width-wise, because at my highest I was like a wide or an extra wide foot, and now those shoes are too wide for me. And so the shoes that I wear in the summer, I often wear Birkenstocks, and I've had to tighten those up. So haven't lost any length. I probably mostly can fit in like a 9.5 or a 10, but yeah, I've been a 10 all my adult life. Still am. I think that's about it for my 8-month follow-up. I have yet to see the nutritionist for my 6-month follow-up. As I was saying, I have yet to see my nutritionist for my 6-month follow-up visit at my doctor's office, because the nutritionist that I had been seeing left the practice, and the first availability they had for me was, it's like November, I think September, maybe September, but they've got me on the cancellations list, but I haven't yet been called. I know that they hired someone else, but they didn't put me on her schedule. I guess I could probably call and see if I could get in earlier, but I'm not too worried about it. I follow my own labs pretty well, although they did not run some of the ones that I would have preferred that they run last time. They did them in 2 batches the time before that, and I think they only got the first batch, but since I didn't see the nutritionist, she was the one who ordered the second batch. I was going to, when I saw her, see if could I please get those, but didn't. But I think I'm doing okay as far as vitamins go, and I will get, I think, so around my next nutritionist visit, it will be about time for me to get labs again. So I'll just do all of them then, because I'll be coming up on my 1 year by then, because it'll be September, October, November, so probably in October I'll get, all my labs done again. But everything was okay. If you missed my intro video, I talk about a lot of stuff there, but I do have MS, and so I saw my neurologist this past week, and I saw his PA actually, and I was actually very surprised. Not surprised. I was pleased that they know that I've had the surgery, and I talked with the doctor about that and made sure everything was okay. And one of the things before, I was deficient in vitamin D, and so I was already supplementing when I was fine. I wasn't deficient before, when I had surgery, but I had been deficient. But I had been already supplementing vitamin D, and so when he saw that how much vitamin D that I'm taking, because I'm taking the Biotech 50,000 IUs, I think it is, every day, he questioned it for a second, and he was like, oh yeah, but you don't absorb, I said, I don't absorb fat, and it's a fat soluble don't absorb much fat, and it's a fat soluble vitamin. So he's like, yeah, so basically you just flood your system and try to get as much in it as you can. I'm like, exactly. So that was nice. I have been relatively lucky, I think, in with medical practitioners, at least recently, that they didn't just pin everything on my weight. I know that it's really hard sometimes to get a doctor to say, yeah, I know you hurt, but you're fat. Some doctors will say that, and like, no, really, it's I did something's really wrong here. But my doctors have listened to me relatively well, and this doctor, I think they understand. They know that I know what I'm talking about, and I know because I watch a bunch of people on YouTube, and I keep up with the Facebook groups of vets. So I think having the most knowledge that you can about this surgery is very helpful. So when they say, well, why are you taking so much of this? Well, it's a fat soluble vitamin. I don't absorb fat, so I have to take that. Or I can't eat that much iron, and so I have to take a bunch of iron, something, whatever. Knowing as much as you can, I think is very helpful. And maybe because I try to educate myself about everything as well as I can. I think that helps. I'm not saying that other people don't do that, but I think that helps, and maybe I just wouldn't stay with a doctor who wouldn't treat me well. But I have been lucky, so that's good. And now I've been rambling for probably 20 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off here. My husband did take some pictures of me around the 8-month mark, and I will do the whole montage thing, put those in here side by sides from before and now. And I hope everybody is having a great summer, and I will probably be back next week, the week after, maybe not, but I will probably have a week 36 video for you sometime around the weekend. All right, thanks guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.